What's up guys, this is your iPadPro and welcome to another video. So in my last video, I expressed my disappointment that Apple didn't even mention support for 16GB of RAM for the new M1 iPad Pros. I was really considering returning my M1 iPad Pro that same day because that was the last day that I could return it. And I was thinking of replacing it back to the 8GB version. But before you go ahead and return your M1 iPad Pros with 16GB of RAM, I kinda went ahead and did a little bit more research, and here's what I found out. So in this article it says, after making stress tests and other tests on your M1 iPad Pro with 16 gigs of RAM, it turned out that app can use only 5 gigs of RAM. So the app can use 5 gigs of RAM, but that doesn't mean that the whole iPad can't use 16 gigs of RAM. So we're actually going to check that out with this usage app. So this iPad has been restarted. Nothing's running aside from the usage app. So let's open that up. So here we can clearly see that there is 14.3 available gigs of RAM. It went down by 0.01 because we opened this app, but this is perfect because we can see how much available RAM we have. You can see that we have 11.84 gigs of free RAM. So let's try and open all the apps that I use on a daily basis that I might be switching to while I'm working on the iPad Pro. Okay, so we have LumaFusion and Procreate and split screen, Chrome with like 6 tabs open, fully loaded. We're trying to watch a movie. We have Photoshop open. We have GarageBand open with a project. We have Mail, Files app, and a Light Motion. These are all open. Okay, so we have LumaFusion running. We're trying to watch a movie. We have a Procreate with 24 by 36 inch canvas open. That's only a maximum of 8 layers, and we do have 8 layers here. And then our total free RAM available is 2 gigabytes. It only makes sense for Procreate to use a maximum of 5 gigs and then LumaFusion to use a maximum of 5 gigs. And that leaves us with the remaining for all the other open apps. So yeah, I think Apple is making use of 16 gigs of RAM. And I guess me and most people out there thought that limiting an app to 5 gigabytes of RAM was a bad idea. But looking at how much RAM is actually being used by everything open that I have right now, it actually makes sense. So with all of these things open, I'm left with 2.33 gigs of RAM, which is very impressive because I could easily have another Pro app open with a project in it that's going to take up those remaining 2 gigabytes of RAM. The fact that Apple is restricting 5 gigabytes of RAM for each app is that we can multitask. If you have a lot of Pro apps open like LumaFusion and Procreate, and also have Photoshop, Fruity Loops, GarageBand, you name it. Limiting the app to 5 gigabytes is actually good for it because even with all those apps open, I didn't feel it lagging or I didn't feel it slowing down at all. And I guess for most of us iPad Pro users, that's what we are actually looking for. So there you go guys. If you're considering returning your 16GB M1 iPad Pro and returning it for the 8GB or getting a full refund, I hope this video helped you out in making your decision. For me, even before doing the research, I decided on just keeping the M1 iPad Pro with 16GB of RAM because we never know what kind of apps we're going to get and if Apple is going to allow developers to use more than 5 gigs of RAM. It's still a possibility because there's always the next Apple event coming up and you can expect more there. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope this helped you out in making an informed decision if you should buy the M1 iPad Pro or if you want to return it. If you like this video, click the like button, and if you want to see more videos about anything and everything about the iPad Pro, make sure to subscribe. See ya!